Alright, we have our level 10 Blue Mage quest called Blue Collar Work, given to us by Martin. We are in Ul'dah, in the Steppes of Thal, right between the Miners Guild and Weavers Guild, and here we go. Cutscene. Well, well, if it ain't my gifted apprentice. Mercy, before you say anything, let me guess. You're here because you've learned a blood drain and you want to hear my next bit of advice. I'm right, aren't I? The next step is to... It's him, the great Azuro, says a starstruck fan. It's like all my name days have come at once. Please say it for us one more time. How could I refuse my adoring public? Looks down for a second, and then up. Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals, and wielder of arcane magics as unfathomable as the deepest ocean. Hearken, foul beasts, the indomitable keeper of the blue has come. He whips out his cane. 'Tis I, the great Azuro. His left hand is kind of up and like out forward a bit in front of his face, and then he's got the cane short staff thing in his right hand, kind of at his side. He said it. He actually said it. I'm just looking, just watching. Like, okay. And the cutscene goes up in black, and we're back. He's like, yeah, it happens. Sorry about that. Just doing my best to keep the coin rolling in. Where were we? Oh yes, I know a great spot for a bit of training. Meet me at Spineless Basin. I'll explain everything when we get there. It's hard to get... I think he's supposed to be like, talking but he has apostrophes at the end of words. It's like, he drops G's a lot. Instead of everything, it's everything. I'll explain everything. This just doesn't work well with the motif that I thought was his way of talking, but... Steppes of Thal... Okay, we're actually gonna go to Sapphire Avenue. I think that's the fastest way. Unless I clicked the wrong thing, which I didn't. All the way through, at least. I did click it. Don't worry about it. And then we run... Sprint. Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Rogue and Ninja still in places where... Okay, never mind. Basically right outside the Steppes of Thal in central Thanalan. The Spineless Basin is the southern part of this central Thanalan. We have Martin. I think I already learned Final Sting. There's bees here. Is that what we're gonna do? Glad to see you survived the trek. I hope the Hornets didn't give you any bother. In fact, they're the reason we're here. There are some especially angry ones that would be perfect targets for practicing your blue magic. They're tough, but not too tough. Some folk call them man-eaters, but I think that's an exaggeration. Anyway, why not give Blood Drain a try? It'll draw out some of the enemy's ether to help you cast more spells. I don't need to, but okay. Which one's my blood drain? Where did I put it? I think it's my middle button. Survey the desert. Okay, I have to go southeast a bit more here. We have a spot of purple-black roiling energy, which will make a fight happen. Do I have to do... Can I just kill it? It's a larger hornet than we're used to seeing. Kill it, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. There's one popped up, bigger than the normal hornets here, but not gigantic. We come back to Martin, and he's talking to a man with a chocobo. Cutscene. Yeah, that was a lame lesson, bud. They're talking about something. Don't know what yet. Thank you, Great Azuro, for getting rid of that pesky hornet. He was right. He was a right nasty bastard if I ever saw one. Here's your payment, as agreed. Oh, so you just had me do his work for him? That's funny. Gotta love the hustle, man. Gotta respect it. You don't have to respect it, because it's not respectable until you make somebody else do the work for you and you take all the coin, but I have come upon this transaction. Ah, I didn't see you there. How goes the training? I'm just looking at him with a little bit of a scowl. Training? Working for free is more like it. Or, maybe one day I can get paid for doing nothing too. Maybe one day I can get paid for doing nothing too. Come on, don't be like that. You had a chance to hone your skills, and that bloke can go about his business without being stung to buggery. If he's willing to part with a few gil for it, who am I to say no? Once we get back to Uldar, I'll divvy up the earnings. I'll see you outside the Celestium. Okay. I just give him a shrug as he walks away. I'm just gonna teleport 194 back to the center, the etherite of Uldar, I mean. And then we will take the Ethernet. I gotta click on Steps of Thal, and then just Miners Guild, fine. Miners, Weavers, it's basically equidistant between the two of them. Get my sprint on just for the heck of it. Save me like a second. Turning into Martin. Ah, there you are. What took you so long? You're showing signs of improvement, but you want a few more tricks up your sleeve before you can step into the arena. Those pit fiends don't mess about. I reckon what you need is Mind Blast. Once you've learned that, come and find me, and we'll continue your training. And here's payment for the Hornet you put down. 855 experience points, 414 gil. That was one of the lamest level 10 quests I've ever done. You think I'm being stingy? Listen, miss, I've already subtracted the fees for your training. If I charged any less, I'd be cutting my own throat. Wow. The next blue quest is level 20, and he says I should have Mind Blast, which is probably going to be part of what I do anyway, but... now... Okay, I'm level 14 blue, and I've learned, well... It's not hard. It's very easy. As I may have said in a previous video, Water Cannon is actually a really, really good spell. I played around with Bristle, which oh, I thought it doubled it. Whoops, my bad. For 200 mana, and you can cast it. Just it's a normal. It takes a second to cast, but it's on the global cooldown. So. I mean, if I had an instant cast, do I have an instant cast that's off the global? I don't yet, but Bristle might play a role with that. Also, Lucid Dreaming can go. Addle, I'll put it kind of up here. Well, we'll figure out where I want it. I don't know where I want Addle right now. I think yeah. But, okay, so Bristle. I learned Bristle kind of accidentally. I went about trying to learn it at one point, and I just didn't, and then I just gave up on it, and then I ended up fighting some boars that used it, and I didn't even notice, and I learned it. But Bristle raises the potency of the next spell you cast by 50%. A Water Cannon is 200 potency for 100 MP cost. Take 2-second cast, 2.5-second it's kind of like your basic damage spell. It costs nothing. It's really nothing. You regenerate mana way faster, even in combat, than you go through it with Water Cannon. Everything else I've learned, I learned Ice Spikes from Imps. I barely use them, but I could. It would do ice damage to things that attack me. 15-second duration here. And a 50% chance that it'll inflict slow on the striker for 15 seconds. Fun, but I don't really use it. Things die too fast, at least for me, for whatever reason. The fun parts kind of come from, and the mana cost could also come from Mighty Guard. If you find yourself about to get unavoidable damage, or you just want to be tanky for a little bit, and like you take 40% less damage, and you do 40% less damage outgoing. But you also increase enemy generation. You don't get interrupted very easily. It's kind of your tank cooldown. No, not cooldown. It's like basically what Paladin, Warrior, etc. have to increase their enmity. But aside from that, it also makes you tankier, way tankier. What I've noticed is Mighty Guard, having that active. What was I doing? You can still water cannon, it's fine. But what was I doing that made the most sense? I think it was just to take... Oh, that's what it is. White Wind. So, you obviously don't need Mighty Guard for White Wind. White Wind is very expensive. It's 1500 mana, and it restores HP equal to your current HP to all nearby party members with a 15-yard range. And then basically White Wind and Blood Drain just go together super well, because Blood Drain restores, I think it's 2500 mana. I don't recall. It's a lot of mana. Blood Drain restores a lot of MP. I don't think it's the full 1500, but I don't remember for sure. But cool things are like Phase stuns enemies in front of you in a cone for 6 seconds. The next time you use Phase, as long as you wait the full duration for that to go away on the enemies, will stun them for 3 seconds. The next time, like 1 second. So you can technically, like, the diminishing returns on stuns on enemies, Phase gives you more chances. I kind of wonder. It's only 300 mana for a cone stun. It's great. I was playing around with. I made Sticky Tongue, 4-second stun. It pulls the enemy closer to you, but not all the way to you. I was using that kind of to start fights. But if you want to do damage and stun at the same time, Bomb Toss is 200 potency, 200 cost, AoE. It's a targeting reticle. It's slightly more annoying to use, but it's perfectly fine. And then that's kind of about it, really. I've got a 1 minute cooldown that makes everybody's damage do 5% more for 15 seconds on one target. I have Sleep, and they're like, well, we used to get Acorn Bomb as blue mages instead of Sleep because we didn't get Sleep, but then apparently they added Sleep to the blue mage repertoire, and but Acorn Bomb is a faster cast with a shorter range but a slightly larger radius. One yard, or yalm, I think they're yalms. 1 yalm higher radius. Anyway, that's kind of what I learned so far. My notes are saying at 20, I can go into the Ifrit fight and learn a spell. At 24, there's a couple spells available to me. I guess while we're kind of on the subject, Mind Blast, right? That's what he was talking about? Thank God for people that make really cool databases and such. The console games wiki has been my go-to for a lot of stuff, and the Blue Mage spell list is no exception. It is loading very slowly right now, so bear with me for that for a second. Let me respond to my wife here. Okay, it's not loading. Let me just refresh. Or wait, that didn't work? Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. Your mom is technical difficulties. Let's see if another browser. Nope. Okay. Crap monkey Ola. Well, sorry to waste your time. Icy Veins has a Blue Mage leveling guide, which might group level. Oh yeah, I heard about that. There's a video, very short, where these, I think they're called Cleonids, are in the same area as some leeches, I think they are. And the Cleonids will eat the leeches, but they will only eat up to 3 before they are satiated, and they get really dangerous. You kind of want to run away at that point, or before it, to be honest. But all you have to do is tag, which means hit with a spell the leech, and then once the Cleonid eats it, you get the full experience points for that kill, even though you only hit it once. So you can use water cannon to pull the leeches for no mana cost whatsoever, and then blast away, or just drag it. You already have aggro on the Cleonid, it's following you, they're not super fast, and then you want to make sure that both of them are kind of getting close enough to where the Cleonid eats the leech. Again, I hope it's a Cleonid, I hope it's a leech. Those sound familiar from last night, but it's the second time I watched the video. And then power leveling, you can also have a group help you, but whatever, it doesn't matter. And then there's also 1,000 Needles is a big leveling thing. I think that you can learn spells much earlier than what the wiki says is the minimum level. Is it ready yet? Nope, still not working. Nope. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to get Mind Blast. Is that... no, it's not that. We do Blue Magic Spellbook. Oh! Wait. Nope. No, it's not that. Still not loading. Are you guys hearing? No, okay, good. And I don't know where Mind Blast is on this chart. Okay, I also got Final Sting, which you can get it fairly early. It is in Lenosha. It's where I found it, there were only 2 bees that were the correct bees. And I saw it maybe 3 times before I got it. But you need to be rezzed after you use it. So I figured there's no real point for me equipping it. Same with self-destruct. You need to be rezzed after you use it. So there's no real point in me having it equipped. Mind Blast, okay. The Tamtara Deepcroft. Level 16. Limited jobs can participate only in a preformed party meeting party size requirements or an unrestricted party, and if duty rules allow. Okay. For whatever reason, something that I read made it seem like you could queue as a blue mage into these things. But sadly, it sounds more like I have to form a party myself. Or just have somebody run me through it and not kill things so fast that I don't get Mind Blast. Is that from the boss? I feel like it might be from the final... No, yeah, it could be from the final boss, because I think... It's definitely not from the pirates. I think Tamtara Deepcroft is the one that ends in... No, that's Sestasha. Tamtara Deep... Oh, okay, that has, what are they called? The... Dungeons and Dragons has them pretty prevalently, and I can't remember, mind flayers. There's plenty of mind flayers in that run. I remember it now. But we'll see. I don't know. I can possibly... We'll see if soloing is an option with Mighty Guard and White Wind. Blue Mage is pretty strong, from what I've been told. Soloing... Maybe when I'm level 20. Because level 20 is when I can get the better gear. This one doesn't offer gear, so I can gear up when I'm hit level 20 and then just try to solo. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Sorry for the extra. I know it was boring. That's just what I do apparently. And I will see you soon. I'm gonna make a thief level 20. I think I just hit, yeah, I hit rogue. Sorry, I get that mixed up with Guild Wars 2. Yeah, rogue level 20 quest coming soon. Here we go. Or I'll see you soon.